What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gamesymaspod, the podcast where we talk about all things board games, video games, and pop culture. We're glad you're here. You're listening in or you're watching from wherever you are. Thank you so much for supporting, tuning in, listening, and hearing us just ramble about nerd stuff. I'm very excited for this episode. We are going to be talking about games that we think about throughout our day. I'm mostly talking to you gamers out there that we think about and we want to play, and then when we get home, we end up playing some other game. And we don't play the same game the guy we were thinking about. We're thinking about something else. And so I'm very excited to talk about this topic. I am here joined with Scott. What is up, Scott, here?
How you doing, my man? What's going on, man? Good, bro.
Yes,
Thanks for having me today.
We got one of the sad boys on here with us.
Yeah, one of the sad boys that can make it.
Yeah, that can make it, yeah. Omar's going to get a big talking to after this from the president and the vice president of the Sad Boy Club. Yes, we're so glad you're here. And we're going to be talking about this topic of video games, our favorite topic that we like talking about. Guys, if you want to send us any messages, any DMs or anything like that, you can find us on socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, YouTube. You can find us at Gamesymaspod. Or if you want to email us, you can email us at Gamesymaspod at gmail.com. That's Gamesymaspod at gmail.com. And so with that undersaid, pull up a chair, grab some dice y acompáñame a jugar. Before we do this, let's do a quick plug-in. Guys, for those of you listening and everyone around tuning in right now, listening to our voices here, we also have a little segment that we started a while back called the Sad Boy segments, and we like to Twitch live stream as well. Los Sad Boys, you can find us there on Twitch. Where also we go live on Instagram live when we can, and it's just Scott and I and Omar. We're just playing video games and getting us into crazy things. Scott and I right now we have we're going through a very fun campaign of Gears of War. We're playing it on insane mode, and it's been quite a journey so far right now. But yeah, Scott, let's talk about these video games that we like to think about throughout the day. At least for me, I got a couple on the list that I feel like, man, when I'm at work, I'm thinking about this game, and I'm like, dude, I want to play this game, and I'm like, I haven't played in a while, and then I get home and I end up playing, something else, some other game and stuff like that. We won't do the icebreaker question because we've already did that one on the other episode that you and Omar were in. Again, shout out to that, plugging in that other episode that we did where you guys on the podcast for the first time talking about video games that were adapted from movies. So the movie came out first and then got created into a video game. Awesome topic, a conversation that we had. We threw out some good titles out there, and it was a good nostalgia of talking all these games. Go check out that episode. So we'll skip the icebreaker and we'll go straight into the meat of this podcast of these video games that we're talking about. Right off the bat, Scott, what's one game that pops into your head right now that you like, bro? I own this game. I play this game. I love this game. Man, I need to get back into this game. And then you get home and you play Call of Duty instead, or you play some other game instead.
You know what, man? I every time I'm able to come back to my computer setup, and I call this, and I was thinking about this the other day. I think I call this the PC master race problem, first world problem, man. Because,
yeah, for sure.
You know what? I don't think I've had this issue before when I had like a system like Xbox. Like I would play everything. Like I'd run it all. Right. But dude, the PC world is different, man. Like the Steam sales are insane. The branch off of like those creators like Epic and stuff, like their software is also separate. So there's those games as well too, not just what's on Steam. Right. GOG's another one. So man, so just even going through, like, that's a massive library if you think about it, man. I mean, alone I think in my Steam I think I have 93 games.
Jeez.
I had 93 games, and I've never, for me, I've never owned that many games. When I had an Xbox, dude, it'd be tops 12 tops. You know what I mean? But sure. Halo was a big part of my gaming life. When Halo 3 had came out, was online multiplayer. I think that was one of the biggest things. But right now, honestly, so there's a couple games, and there's like about 2 that I played that I would like to finish. And the only reason I say is because I was playing Batman. Was it Arkham Asylum? I
Oh,
was playing.
okay.
Yeah, I was playing that for a good minute. Um, and as well, I was playing. Was it the Star Wars? Let's see here, Fallen Order.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
I was playing that, and I got to the big sister fight. And I kept on dying and dying. I was like, whatever. So then I started playing Batman Arkham Asylum again,
Right.
and I kind of like
Okay.
speedrun it because I already passed it before for the console. So I
Okay.
just wanted to do all all the level the chapters like
R-
1, 2, and 3 whatnot.
right.
So I was running that, and then that's when I had the issues with my PC, and then that's what caused me to like I did something dumb. I did something so like entry level that like I lost the data. Um,
Oh, on your
Yeah,
console
so
or on
no,
your
no, no,
PC?
this is PC. This is like
Okay.
now. Yeah, so I lost the data to my PC. So every time I look at the game, I'm like, oh yeah, like let me speedrun it again. Let me get back to where I was
Yeah.
at, right? But
Yeah.
it's just I don't know, man. I don't find it worth it anymore because I'm just like, dude, I know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it's just more
Yeah.
like a self fulfillment for myself to like achieve. Okay, I passed it. Let me go to the next one, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But um, those two are the main ones that I would say that I've been thinking about playing, but I can't
Never.
find the motivation to touch them again,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I also have one game that I was grinding a lot was the Marvel Spider-Man remastered because after they
Oh.
yeah, you remember I think this when the PlayStation exclusives came to PC.
Yeah. They
They
started
had
coming on the PC. Yeah.
yeah, so they had that bundle. They had that the Miles Morales and the what is it the God of War.
Oh, yeah. That's
Um,
right. God of War. Yeah.
yeah, God of War. So I got all that bundled in for a pretty good price, and I was like, hey, dude, like like I said, like I've never really owned a PlayStation. I've always owned like a Xbox.
Right.
So seeing the Spider-Man game was I was like, oh man, that's pretty awesome. Like the graphics are insane. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Have you beaten the game
coming.
though, or not have?
Um, Yeah, like I beat Spider-Man Remastered.
Okay.
And like how we were talking about like, the movies that were the games that were adopted by movies or
Yeah.
whatever. It just brings me nostalgia to play Spider-Man games.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
after I passed Spider-Man Remastered, I was like, okay, here's the next one, Miles Morales, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
have you played the game?
I played Morales. Just I haven't beaten it at all because like
But
I stopped and then I'm like I gotta get back into it and I never do.
so what about Spider-Man Remastered? Have you played it?
I've beaten it. I've
Okay.
been 100%
Okay,
that
okay.
one.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Like, if I mean, I think you had an abundance of time to play this already. So if I give us some stuff of the game,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Spoiler alert. I mean, this game's
Spoilers.
been out
Yeah,
for a while, so come
yeah.
on.
You had your time. You had your time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the part where you're Miles Morales when you're I guess you're like in the middle of like this parade, and obviously his dad's like the cop, the chief, right?
Right.
And I guess I forgot what the guy with the mask was. Yeah, like
Oh,
the
the
ninja war.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like
So
he looked like negative. I think it was like negative something or something.
yeah, yeah,
Negative.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Contrast.
Yeah.
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 So on that portion, I'm like, oh wow, and I don't know why what led to my head. I'm like, oh wow, I'm playing the Miles Morales already. Like this is cool. Like, damn, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
then after you do a couple missions with Miles, you're just oh okay, so you go back to Spider Man, and then I beat Spider Man, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
playing Miles, man. I don't know.
Right.
It was just something that came upon me. Now I'm just like, I don't know how I feel playing this game. So I kind of was like, you know what? Let me give myself a breather. Let me step back a little bit. Let me not play
Right.
this, right? So
Yeah.
that's another game where I'm like, I have to play it because I passed Spider-Man. I mean, I didn't do 100% completion,
Right.
but
Right.
I was digging the story. I was
Yeah.
like, I was into it, man. It's a really good
For
storyline
sure.
and it's a pretty good game. The graphics and everything
Yeah.
it's really good. So there's just the little things that keep me from playing the games that I think of,
Yeah.
throughout the day. Like, just like you said, man. Hey, you're at work. You're like, doing your job. You're like,
Yeah.
man, dude, when I get
Yeah.
home, I'm gonna run this, bro. You know what I
Yeah, like
mean?
let's play. Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
I am at
man.
work too, dude. I'll be like working, and then some random game pops in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't played that game in a while. I'm like, and then I start thinking of like all the times of like me playing that game. Like, hey, it was so much fun when I played that game. It was cool. The missions were cool. The gameplay was
Hmm.
cool. It's like, yeah, bro. When I get home, I'm gonna eat, take a shower, and then just pop it in and start playing it. Start running it on Steam. And
Yeah,
then it's like, you know what? I'll play tomorrow. I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna continue my PGA Tour skill level set over here
yeah,
grinding it or something. You play something else. We'll end up playing. Uh, whatever we play online. What do we play? We usually play for stream now. We don't really play
No,
chill.
we play for fun. I mean, like I said, like the weekends, I think we mostly just do it for fun.
True. Yeah, we do play
I
playing like
mean,
the finals and
yeah, the
some
finals is
other.
cool. The finals is a pretty cool game. I really, what, I'm looking at my list right now. I'm like, dude, like when is Hogwarts gonna release that Quidditch tournament,
Oh
bro?
yeah,
Because
actually, you're right. Yeah,
I'm waiting for that too. I just,
let me pull up that scene. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's just.
I feel yeah. And Hogwarts Legacy is another game that I'm also trying to like. I'll think
Hmm.
about sometimes. So I'll be like, oh
Hmm.
man, because you've beaten it, I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah.
And I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty, and it's really hard. But yeah, I'll just be like I haven't played it in a while, and like I'll pop it up, and then I'll go scroll through my list of the Steam games.
Hmm.
Like there it is. I'm like, all right, let's play it. And I'm like, oh look, Helldivers, and then I'll start running Helldivers instead, or play
Yeah.
something else instead of the Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, that's for me. The number one game that comes into my mind that every time I think about all the time, I'm like, I gotta play this game and
Hmm.
continue this game, and I never do. Is The Witcher 3, Wild
Okay.
Hunt, like all Game of the Year edition, bro. I have this
Hmm.
game. Everyone keeps telling me it's an amazing game. The DLC is amazing. Everything's
Hmm.
about this game so amazing. And I'm like, bro, I started the game and it was fun. I was having a good time. This game was amazing. And yeah, I'm playing and then I'm just like I'm thinking about it at work and I'm like, okay, yeah, when I get home, I'm just gonna dedicate some time. I play like an hour of this game and stuff. And I get home and I'm like, I still need to edit. So continue editing for the podcast episodes, or
Hmm.
you know what? Let me just play Planet Coaster because that's my chill game right there. I need to relax. I
Hmm.
need to unwind and play. I don't. I'm not. You got to dedicate some energy to these type of games that you want to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, Witcher 3. I'm like, I gotta dedicate back that. And then I'm also afraid because this. I call it the Dragon's Dogma syndrome.
Hmm.
And then I'll explain why. So when I had a PlayStation 3, I got Dragon's Dogma, the first game, and I love that
Hmm.
game. The game was so much fun. I enjoyed playing it. It was great. But I would get far in the game and then I'd stop, and then I'd go play other games or do something, whatever. And I come back to Dragon's Dogma and I'm like, what was I doing again? And then I end up playing a new game and I start a new game. Like, I'll
Hmm.
just start over again and start like that. So for me, I'm pretty sure there's a terminology for it. I just call it the Dragon's Dogma syndrome. Because
Hmm.
like if I go with Witcher, I'm like halfway through the game. I'm like, what was I doing again? Like, what was the storyline again? Like, I got to start over again. And then you start over and then the cycle continues and it never stops. And yeah, it was not pretty. So Witcher 3 is one of them, and then the second one again, CD Projekt Red, is Cyberpunk. Like I
Hmm.
gotta like I always think about Cyberpunk, especially now with the
Hmm.
new patches, the new DLC, how the game is now, how it's supposed to be now. Thanks for getting your act together, Project Red. Um, and it's a game that I enjoyed playing. I almost beat it. I was literally at the last level, or the last boss fight or whatever, the last thing before the game ended. I stopped and I feel like if I come back to it, I have to start over again. I have to start over again in the game. And not to mention, there's mods now that I want to try out, but without blowing up my computer. And yeah, like Cyberpunk was like one of the top games that I loved playing. It was great, but again, when I get home, I'm like, I don't want to dedicate this time to this game right now. I'd rather play something else. And
Hmm.
so, yeah, those are my top two games that I like playing. You got anything else to add to that list?
Yeah, man. Now that you bring it up, was it? I think Red Dead 2. I got pretty far. I think I was.
Have you
I
beaten it
think
though? At
I
least
No, dude. I got to.
you
Was it?
haven't beaten Red
No,
Dead.
bro. I got all the way to DeSantis, right? Or
Oh my
yeah. I
guy.
got all the way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
there. I got all the way there. I think that's when it starts to get a little bit more like carrier. Because I think that's when like you're getting close to like what that big bank mission or something like that. You rob a bank or something like that. I think
Oh,
there's
okay. I think I
like
remember.
a
It's
big
been a
mission.
while since I played it. Yeah.
It's one of those. I think it's like one of those big ones. I think you do, but I got pretty far in it, man. And it's funny because like I look at it all the time, and I'm like, maybe next time.
Right.
Um, honestly, like yeah, like single player games are kind of a vibe, man. Like
They are. They
they're
really
they're
are.
they're like you. Like I think the most thing that I've really like chilled, set back on was like God of War, and
Hmm.
the
The new
only
one?
reason yeah, well, not Ragnarok. It's just like I guess the God of War. I guess the
Oh, like
one,
the one that. Yeah.
yeah, where
The
he's like
Viking one.
showing
The
it.
first Viking one. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's showing his son's like first appearance, I
Right.
guess, and he's showing him the
Right.
stuff after the mom died.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's just one of them, man. Like honestly, like it's one of them. I've just been sitting back on like it's a Sunday. I'm like you know what? Let me just chill and play some God of War, man.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
just chilling, and sometimes I'm like sitting there like, what am I doing, dude? Like, why am I
Yeah.
wasting so much time on this game? Like,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty good story, man. I think like you really have to like put yourself in like a vibe and like what, I'm just
Yeah.
chilling. I'm not
I
I'm not
haven't
I'm
beat
not
that game. I haven't beaten God of War.
either.
No, like I mean, I don't think I've even. I mean, the only time I've touched the game was like the very beginning, like the tutorial where it's showing you how to like do like the actions. At the
Mm-hmm.
very where like you're cutting down the tree or whatever, you're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
carrying it. That's
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at. That's how far I'm literally at the very beginning. I've not touched the game because one, I don't have a PlayStation, and I know you can play for the PC, but like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had time because I haven't had time, and that's another game where I'm like, yeah, I gotta get because I love the God of War games. I played one
Mm-hmm.
through three. I loved it. They were fun. I like the Greek mythology, Norse mythology, like the Vikings and the like
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. I'm not too big on, so that's why
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the put ups where I was like, I'm not gonna understand it more because I don't know these gods that he's fighting now or whatever's going on. I mean,
All the
Thor,
Nordic
obviously,
gods.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know Odin and
Thor,
Vor
Odin. Yeah.
and like that. I mean, that's it. That's all I can name. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more, but I don't know. So it's like, but with like the old God of War games 1 through 3, I was like, yeah, I know Zeus and Poseidon and Hermes and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ares and all these Greek
Mm-hmm.
gods. And so yeah, when it was yeah, the new one came out, I was like, I'll eventually get to it, I mean, someday. But yeah, I haven't touched that. But it is another game where I think about where I'm like, yeah, I gotta play this game. I gotta play this game a lot. That one's a fun one, dude. Uh, Another one that I think of when I'm playing is it's a silly one, but like I always think of like Sims also. Like I love playing Sims 4. But that's a game where it's like I need to like dedicate some time on that because like you'll forget what you've been doing with your sim. You're like, where is he in his life? Like I forgot what he was doing, and he's like, oh yeah, he's a chief police officer. I forgot about that. Okay, I guess I can do something. Like you had the system going, and like you forgot. So Sims 4 was another one for me that I enjoyed playing, dude. And like, oh man, there's so many. Like I said, yeah, looking at my Steam list, like bro, there's so many games that
Yeah, and
like
this is the reason why I call it the PC Master Race First World Problems, man. I mean,
yeah
it's like you have all these games, but it's like
yeah
when
like
are you
what
when are you going to put the effort into playing them?
exactly
That's why like
exactly
I kind of shy away from buying up like more and more games because I'm like
okay
like I think I'm satisfied right now.
I know
I don't think there's a game out there that I really like, really want. I mean, I think the next game I really want to buy is the next Star Wars, not the one after the Fallen Order, was Survivor.
oh Survivor that one's a fun
That's
one
the
too.
one. Yeah, that's the one I want to play.
Another game I think about also I'm like I started playing, I've gotten far, I've done some stuff,
Mhm.
and yeah, I always think about playing it and I never do. I never end up
You know
playing
what?
it.
You know what game I never really passed, to be honest with you, and
Which one?
it's gonna be crazy. I never passed Grand Theft Auto 5.
Five? Really?
Yeah, I never passed it.
That one's a long one too.
I probably play like, man, I don't think I've ever played like even. I think at midways, I would say. I think what turned off to me was that I had to switch characters and do each of those characters'
The
story.
other missions?
I was just so used to one character, man. Like
Yeah.
Tommy Vercetti, and you had was it CJ? You know what I mean? Like you
Oh
had
yeah, like
just
Andreas
one
and yeah,
character. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Vice
had one
City.
character, man. Yeah,
Well, get
and
ready for 6, bro.
Nico
You're gonna
Bellic.
be on yeah, Nico Bellic on 4.
Yeah,
Well, get ready
yeah,
for
dude.
GTA 6, man. You're gonna be 2 characters. You have to figure
Yeah,
that
I
out.
think was it the boy and girl, the boy and girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
guess
want
the
they're
Bonnie and
like a
Clyde of
couple. Yeah.
yeah, like the Bonnie and Clyde of Vice City.
Which is
That's gonna be
interesting,
it.
but
Yeah, yeah. It's cool. I mean, I guess let's just see how the game runs. You know what I mean? The Rockstar is always shisty with certain things
yeah,
when it comes
they
to new
are.
games. They're like, oh, we're sending a patch. Don't worry about it. We're sending a patch. Or
Yeah.
we're doing this. We're doing that. I mean, look at how they abandoned Red Dead Online. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my gosh, don't get me started on that rant, bro,
And
dude. That should be another
yeah,
episode where it's like rants, gamer rants, bro. Like, oh
yeah,
my gosh, like so much
yeah.
potential there for Red Dead and you guys.
We should call it the abandoned child, bro.
Yeah, the abandonware. I call it
Mm-hmm.
abandonware because
Yeah,
like,
bro.
dude, it was just oh my gosh, but like
There was
we
gold
played it
there, but
before. Yeah, there was, and you could have so much potential, but everyone wants GTA 5. Everyone wants GTA 5 online and all that stuff. That's why probably why the storyline's like not relevant anymore because it's like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's all about online, the GTA Online, and all the stuff that Rockstar has added onto that. So it's like there's no point. There's no point in playing online. Single player. We should probably hit on single player games, like top single player games that are fun that we love playing. You know, games that like you know, um, you just enjoy it as by yourself, just having a good time just by yourself. I mean, Skyrim's a fun one that I've enjoyed playing by myself. You know, yeah, Witcher, the Cyberpunk, those type of esque games, RPG single player games that I love playing. Dragon's Dogma. I love the Splinter Cell games. Those ones were so much fun to play by yourself. Those are also fun cooperative games, but those were fun to play by yourself. That you like to play. And so, but yeah, there's so many games, bro. Yeah, like I said, I like what you said. The PC Master Race First World Bombs, bro.
Yeah,
There's like
that's definitely
there's
it.
so many, bro. Like I have Alan Wake, and I've heard that was such a fun game to play, and I
Yeah.
started playing it, and it was interesting. The concept, the story was interesting. I just stopped. I fell off, and I'm like, sometimes I think about it because I'll see like sometimes like people playing Alan Wake 2 or like ads for it. I'm like, oh snap, I gotta play the first one again. I gotta continue it if I want to play the second one. And I've heard nothing but good reviews for that game. Have not even had a chance to like
Do,
continue it and stuff like that. It's
do you
sad.
kind of think it might be the physical effect? Like, I mean, think about it. When you had games, like you would have to pop open, the cover,
Mm,
and then you got to take the disc out and insert it.
load it up, yeah.
That would, yeah. So it would be like a little process in order to play it, and you would just like physically see it here. Like when you hop on like a PC now or your Xbox, they have like the Xbox Game Pass, dude. You're just scrolling. You're like, hey,
Yeah,
what am I gonna play
yeah,
today? You know what I mean?
exactly.
So there's no, I can't say there's no like value to games, but
Yeah,
it's not like, think about like money, right? When
right,
you have physical money, it's harder for you to spend because you see it disappearing versus a card you
right.
just swipe, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I mean, at this point, do you think it might be like that kind of effect, like the
I
physical,
feel like
the physical of it, it's gone, so it's not like
yeah,
bugging you to see the damn case like in your shelf or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
sitting there,
yeah. Yeah,
So
I think you're
I
right.
don't
I
know.
think you're right. I think like the effort that you did to just open the case, put the CD in, and start the game. It's like you're like, well, I'm already committed. I already put the game in. So I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna might as well play it. Spend a couple hours playing it. And I agree with you when it comes to like the digital age of now. Like everything's on Steam, Game Pass, Epic, whatever, wherever you're playing your games. Yeah, it's just straight up like you can just easily just scroll and figure out what you want to play, and that's it. I had the same problem with my Xbox. I have so many games on my Xbox and like I always come back to like two games. I always keep telling myself like, oh, I should probably continue my like Resident Evil run because I'm trying to go through playing every single Resident Evil game.
Hmm.
And I have all of them and the remakes and everything. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. And then I just end up playing Assassin's Creed. I'll just go straight back to Assassin's Creed. I'll scroll through my games and I'll see them. Like, oh, there's Resident Evil. Okay, I probably should start playing Zero. And I'm like, but I'm still on Assassin's Creed, so let's just go back, and I'll go back straight to. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like my other games, like I don't even know why. Like I bought like the Mafia collection, the Mafia Definitive Collection, one, two,
I
three.
think I have that too. I think I might have
Yeah,
that one too. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I, I
Uh-huh.
don't I bought it because I'm like, oh, I love the Mafia games. I beat two.
Hmm.
Two was fun. I want to play one, two, and three. Three
Hmm.
were awesome.
Hmm.
And then I downloaded them, bought them, and then I was like, cool. And then I
Eh,
just went back. I
right?
went back. I went back to Assassin's Creed. I'm like, all right, I'm just going back to Assassin's Creed. Like, all right. I'm like, I'll
Yeah,
start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I gotta keep going with this Assassin's Creed journey because I'm trying to 100% all the games, and I'm stuck on Odyssey because Odyssey is such a big game. And Valhalla, I don't even
yeah.
want to think about Valhalla because I'm just gonna die.
Just a little fun fact, bro. Now you bring up Assassin's Creed. When I first played, because Omar had the Assassin's Creed, right? So I let him borrow a
Mhm.
game for the Xbox, and he let me borrow that one, dude. I fell asleep playing. I fell asleep
Really?
playing Assassin's Creed One. Yeah. And I
What?
told him, he was like, what? It's exactly the same. I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, I remember I was just like laying there. Like, you start off how you're laying there, and then you go into like these dreams or something. You start doing all this
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
I fell asleep, bro.
Really? You
It
were here like,
bored me.
dang,
Yeah,
like
man.
do the leap of death. You're like, dog, I
Yeah,
did
bro,
the
bro.
leap of sleep. That's what I did.
I mean, I wasn't even sick. I wasn't even tired. I don't know, man. I just felt like it was
Yeah.
such a slow start for me. But you know
Oh
what?
my goodness.
When I got the Xbox One, I think the Assassin's Creed Black Flag was not Black Flag. No, well, Black Flag and what's the other one with the cooperative one with the three? It's like you're in France during the revolution.
Oh, Unity.
Yes, 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 Unity. So
Yeah.
those were pretty good games. I'm not gonna lie, that one was pretty fun. Playing with Omar online. It was like, oh, cool, man. Let's play some Assassin's Creed. Let's go assassin
Oh
this
yeah,
guy. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
those
yeah.
are it was pretty fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. Assassin's Creeds are
Unity
really
was
good.
a yeah, Unity was fun. It was I don't know, people bash on it a lot, but like the parkour system for that game was amazing. It was top notch. Like I've never seen a good parkour system being made after that. The Assassin's Creed games.
Really?
Um, yeah, but Assassin's Creed is like my bane of my existence. Like I'll just keep playing that game because like I'm trying to 100%. I spent years playing the
Yeah.
series, and like my other games like hate that series in my Xbox. Like they like because there's like you get played the most, bro. Like these like two games I haven't even opened at all. Like they're just sitting there in my game library, and I'm like, sorry, bro. Like
Hmm.
maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll play you. And like I think I started playing like this indie game called Bramble. It was on Xbox Game Pass, and
Hmm.
it's like one of those like 2D like it's a 3D game, but like it's a scroller. Like it's like one of those scroller games. Um,
Hmm.
Interesting storyline. It was cool, and I'm like, I played for like 2 days, and then I just went back to Assassin's Creed. I'm like, bro, I can't do it anymore. And I'm like, dude, like these poor games, bro. I feel sorry for them. If games get out feelings, yeah, they're gonna feel that they're abandoned because there's a bunch of games that are like super abandoned. Like we just got Content Warning and West Hunt, and like that's like
Hmm.
we've been playing those games, and it's like we used to play a lot of like Remnant, and we play Sea of Thieves. Like Sea of Thieves, like we barely just started playing it again, but it's like we don't play anymore, like because we keep getting sidetracked with all these other games. I mean, we played Back for Blood. We did that like 2 times.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh, but I had bad internet that one time, so we never really
oh,
jumped
that's
back
right.
on it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes
So.
experiences, but I think you have something there when you said like if we have the physicality of the game and
Hmm.
we have the CD and we're like physically put it in. And I like that analogy you said with the money, physical money and debit card or cards. Yeah, you can swipe away. You won't know how much you have, but you're swiping away when you have like a $40 bill. When you have $40 in your hand, you're more not you're more hesitant to spend it. So
Hmm.
I think with the energy of taking out the CD, checking out the CD, putting it in, and sometimes even the artwork on those cases were cool to look at. I even like
Yeah, yeah,
looking
yeah.
at
You would
those.
just like, yeah, you would just pick up the game and kind of like, and then like, I don't know, like for me, like, to re up with that is when I sold my Xbox One, S,
Yeah,
because I wasn't playing it, man. Like I was just like,
right.
oh, you know what, get rid of it.
Yeah.
I still had my copy of my Halo Master Chief,
Oh, okay.
Halo One for
Yeah, yeah.
Xbox. The actual Xbox, I had it, dude.
The
It was
old,
just, yeah, bro. I kept it because I was like, dude, like this game here means like a lot to me.
right.
There's sentimental value to just looking at this cover. There's sentimental value of turning the cover around and looking at the campaign or the multiplayer or whatever it is, because it just brings back memories. So like even like remember when I had a Xbox 360, I think I had about like 6 or 7 games.
Hmm.
Just even if I was playing a game, I would kind of like look there, like look at my drawer where my cases were sitting. I would pick up the game and I would look at it. I'm like, oh, cool. And I would just like really look at him like, I wonder, like, because I don't know, like, I don't know about you if you ever done this, with your games, but like, you're kind of seeing, I'm like, oh, I wonder what like crazy stuff I could do in here, like, kind of like,
Right.
oh, like, what secrets kind of like, is there Easter eggs? Like, it
Right.
just had me going, like, it had me thinking like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
of the game
It
than
it
I
got
do
you it
now.
got you excited. Yeah, exactly. Like I remember, yeah,
Hmm.
like what you're saying, like when I had the cases of my games and I look at the back cover and you see like screenshots of the like like gameplay of the game, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait till when I get to that level. That looks pretty cool. Like when that does or something
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
Like it would excite you to play the game and you start getting into the game. And I feel like that's where the physicality comes into these games where it's like if I have these cases, I'm looking at the artwork and I'm admiring what they did, what stuff, it makes me like, all right, well, I want to play this game when we're scrolling on Steam and we're on Game Pass and whatever, we're just seeing like just the title and that's it. And
Yeah, yeah.
you're like, I don't want to play
And
this.
and another thing to add in, like we take account for reviews, man. You remember?
Yeah.
And then we got streamers who get like the first day access. So we just YouTube it, or we kill the experience for ourselves, right?
What?
What
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever it
Yeah.
is, or we don't even try to kill it, right? We just see our favorite streamer one day and just they're
Right.
doing their thing, and they're playing the
Yeah.
game that we well, like, oh man, um, but then sometimes it kind of kills the hype a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you're just like, oh, like yeah, I could watch them play it, but what's the point of playing it? You know what I
I
mean?
agree. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there's I think what do they say nowadays? Too much information could be bad information. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I mean it's a pretty interesting one that that we started talking about this because it's like, I do think about games in my library and I'm just like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna play it. But then sometimes I don't even have the energy to turn on my PC and play, you know what I mean? So I just want to
Sometimes,
chill,
yeah.
watch TV,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that's why sometimes I feel like I want to get like a console, but I'm just like, would I really play the console? You know what I mean? I have the PC here. What's the difference? I have a
True,
pretty
true,
good setup. Like I
true.
could play, but it's like, do I have the energy to play?
For me, the
Um,
console is easier of access because, like, if I don't want to, sit down, turn on my PC, get everything booted up, and
mhm.
sit down and start playing. I mean, I just sit on my couch. It's comfy. I got my controller there ready, and I can just start playing. I just like chilling, playing game. You should get it, bro. I'm saying you should get it. That way we can play UFC, and I can beat you up, and catch these hands
I
right
don't know,
there.
man.
No, see.
Let's see if this video gets a couple likes. You know what I mean? We probably have to set that up in a live event.
Dang, should we do it?
Knock
Should we
out
set a challenge?
knock out the Gamesymaspod CEO. I ain't got no problem with that, bro.
Hey, oh, that's okay, bro. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they call
bro.
me. They call me El
You know
Roro,
what?
bro, on the
You
ring
know
right here, bro.
you know what I'll do? I'll
What you gonna
overnight
do?
you an Amazon pillow, bro. So when you get knocked out, you're at least comfortable when you
Wow, this
drop.
guy over here. This is some fighting words, right? Hey, you heard it here, guys. All right. Hey, if you want, hey, put on the comments down that you want Scott to get an Xbox, bro. If we get enough comments that Scott wants an Xbox and enough likes, let's go 500 likes, bro. Let's go 500 likes on this video. 500 likes, you can do it, bro. 500 likes, and Scott will think about getting an Xbox, and then we'll do a live event. We could do like a live podcast event where everyone sees Matt go down for the count, and oh my goodness, it's only been 3 seconds in the ring, and he got Superman punched. Oh, and so we'll do that, guys. Comment below if you want him to get an Xbox. It's got to be Xbox though, because I mean I know some of you guys would be like, oh,
Why not PlayStation, bro? Why not PlayStation, bro?
Get PlayStation. I don't have PlayStation, so like I have Xbox, so I could easily like play with him. I guess we could wrap it up here. Not a long podcast episode. Kind of some like little banter here for some games that we can do here. Scott, what number one game that you think about, you want to play, you never do? What would you say? If you already named it, rename it again.
So top of all the ones that I described, huh?
Yeah. Or if it's one that you've already described and you're going to say, yeah, that's going to be my number one, we can go with that one.
All right. This is a wild one. You ready?
All right, here.
Super Mario.
Oh, my. All right, AJ. Okay, AJ. I hope you heard this, AJ. Oh, my goodness, bro. I'm about to
just kidding.
my goodness, bro.
Just throw the whole damn podcast away. Just throw it all away.
Right? It's over. It's over. Cut it here, guys. We're done. Guys, stay tuned for the next episode. Don't listen to this episode. It just got ruined. Right. Shout out to you, AJ, bro, for your ridiculous comment on Super Mario, bro. I understand your reasoning, but wrong. So, but what you got? What's your number one?
I think my number one is probably Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think that's I think that's just because like I look at it and too, like it's just like now just looking at it's the first thing that stands out to me. It's like that itch, like you're like go click on it. And I'm just like do it tomorrow.
Yeah, mine. I'm gonna have to go with Witcher 3. Game that I love to think about. It's a fun game. I've beaten 1 and 2. I enjoyed the storyline. I want to continue the storyline. But again, like I said, it's a whole mood you have to get into, my man, and you have to like the energy to just want to pop it up and watch cutscenes and play games and do tutorials and stuff like that. You got to get into that. And if you're working 10, 12-hour days, or if you're having a long day at work, that's the last thing you want to do. You want to just come home and just, shoot stuff or blow stuff up or go film spooky stuff on content warning or do something like that. For me, it's gonna be Witcher 3 for sure. Scott's is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Guys, let us know what is your game that you think about and you want to play, and you get home and you don't end up playing it. You end up playing some other game that takes over your life. Let us know in the comments. Send us a message on TikTok, on our socials, and let us know. Let us know what are your games here. Sad that we couldn't get Omar's perspective here, but I guess he had things to do. But whatever. But yeah, guys. So here we go. 500 likes on this video. Comment down on the comments, letting Scott know that you want him to get an Xbox so we can all play, and you guys watch us have the match of the year. Forget the UFC, whatever the ones that are coming up or whatever.
Forget UFC 305, UFC 305 in the dome. It doesn't matter. This is about the sad boys throwing down in the octagon.
And then tell him also that you want him to get WWE, bro. Get him 2K24, bro. Get that one so I can smack him down on that one too as well, bro. But yeah, definitely UFC. But let him know in the comment. 500 likes, guys. Send them comments. And then, guys, if you want to let us know of any more content you want us to talk about, any questions, again, feel free to send us a message on all socials. Again, once again, we're on Facebook, TikTok, X, YouTube, where you can find us on our handle at Gamesymaspod, as well as on Gmail. You can email us at gamesymaspod@gmail.com, gamesymaspod@gmail.com. We didn't have any questions to do right now, so we'll probably do it on the next episode for sure. And guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Scott, thank you so much for joining, talking about video games. We'll get that single player one. We should probably talk about single player games as well. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the next one. Y nos vemos para la próxima.